Well, we are gathered here once again to observe the most wild confessions made by the most lobotomized people on this planet to answer the age-old question, if you stick a 4-liter can of paint up your guyat and start twerking, can it generate enough force to mix the paint without using a paint can shaker? Was that even on the script? Today we're answering the age-old question, are my subscribers more crazy than me? About a year ago, I woke up in the middle of the night to find my dog ferociously humping my beanbag. The next morning, I walked downstairs to find a giant hole in my beanbag approximately 4 inches wide. I then proceeded to insert my tiny dingling into the hole and compare my dog's size to mine. Surprisingly, his was bigger. P.S. My dog left some glue in the hole. It tasted mid. What? I don't think that was glue. Why would you see something that looks like glue and eat it? Like first of all, like even if it was glue, why would you eat it? And second of all, I hate to break it to you, but that was your dog's jizz. But I mean, your dog has a 4-inch wide dingling. I find that extremely hard to believe. That is like 10 centimeters wide. For reference, this is 10 centimeters wide. So unless your dog's dingling is literally this thick, like I highly doubt this is real. But even if it was real, why would you stick your dingling into the same hole just to compare your size, the size of your dingling? Are you really that insecure of your dog's meat? Like just let him have a giant dingling. So honestly, yeah, this is slightly questionable. One time my crush lost her shoe, and so I took it home and started beating my meat with it. I did this for 2 months until I got over it and threw it away. What is wrong with you? Your crush didn't lose her shoe. You stole her shoe. She wouldn't have lost her shoe if you hadn't have stolen it from her and took it home. And how do you beat your meat with a shoe? Like, do you stick your dingling into like the shoe hole, like the hole where her foot is meant to be? Do you put your dingling into there and just tug it like from the outside using the shoe? And why the shoe? Out of all things, like you could have stolen your crush's like her sock, her hairband, her shirt, her shorts, her undies, but instead the shoe. Like, do you have some sort of foot fetish? Is this some sort of like 2-in-1 combo? And you did this for 2 months. How can a single shoe last you for 2 months? How can you be interested in a shoe for 2 months? So I think you definitely need some help. You might actually have a problem with you. Like no offense, you might have a problem. When I was younger, I snuck into my mom's room while she was at work after school and looked through her drawers where I found a large purple dildo. I washed it with soap and water and I used it, and then washed it and dried it and put it back. I did this a few times before I think maybe she was catching on. My soul dies as I write this. Okay, that is a little bit insane. So you shared a dildo with your mother? And you knew that she used it as well? That's almost as bad as being like in a threesome with your own mother. Because the thing is, your dad has probably stuck his... Actually, no, your dad has definitely stuck his dingling into your mother. And so that means your mother's insides has your dad in it. And so when she inserts the dildo into herself, it also has your dad's insides in it. And then when you also use that same dildo, you're putting your own dad's stuff inside you as well. Okay, that is insane. But I mean, at least you had the decency to wash it and put it back every time after you used it. And so I'm just gonna say this is slightly questionable. One day, I accidentally came on my cat's back, so I woke up really late, like 2 to 4 a.m. And you know when you wake, it's really hard, so I decided to release my pressure on my cat's back so quick as possible. After that, I brushed my teeth and lay down... Wait. After that, you brush your teeth. Don't tell me you brush your teeth using your own jizz that you did on the cat's back. Anyways, and I laid down, took a fat poo. I did it again because I felt so good. This is my story. I hope you like it. Okay. I mean, I really do not like this. I do not like the idea of someone like just jizzing and nutting all over their cat's back. Surely that is animal abuse. Like if I was a cat, I definitely would not like it if my owner just every single morning at 2 a.m. just nutted on my back. It would be all sticky, and like especially if I didn't get washed. Like cat owners bathe their cat every 4 to 6 weeks, so that means for an entire month I would have like 30 layers of your own jizz like just caked onto my back. And even if I tried to like lick myself to clean myself, I would have to lick my owner's jizz just to like clean it off. But I mean, who wakes up at 2 a.m. in the morning and their first thought is to just nut on their cat's back? And so I think you definitely need some help. Potentially you might need to get out, but yeah, you definitely need some help as well. In kindergarten, I accidentally poisoned another kid's lunch. I had mixed cleaning supply together like Windex and Clorox in a small closed rubber container. It was kind of like a capsule anyways. I brought it to school and put it in a kid's lunch. He didn't come back to school after that. The thing is, I didn't know that it could harm people at the time. I loved mixing things together for some reason, like making potions and stuff. So 5-year-old me thought cleaning mixing supplies together and putting it in a kid's lunch was a good idea. Bro, do you realize, do you understand that you most likely killed that kid? He didn't come back to school after that? Yeah. Because he died. You mixed Windex and Clorox in a small container and fed it to someone else. Actually, you didn't even feed it. You spiked their food. You poisoned them. Because Windex, this is like very strong window cleaner. Like window cleaner. It has to be strong enough to like to clean glass. And so do you understand how many chemicals are in here? And then Clorox, you mixed it with probably the worst ingredient you could have mixed it with. These are like the two most deadly ingredients I feel like you could have put in someone else's lunch. This is bleach. Like if you eat this, I'm pretty sure it burns in your stomach and you die. So no wonder why that kid didn't return, because you literally killed him. So I think this person is a serial killer. Like you are actually a psychopath. You killed a kid in kindergarten. So I think you need some help. You definitely need some help. Once I had a wet dream of my sister, so I snuck into her room and pulled out my ding-a-ling, took her hand, and then started frantically gooning myself with her hand. I started making unspeakable sounds so she woke up. But thankfully, I brought a beanie, and so I put it over my face and ran out of her room. She woke up in the morning and told our parents that something happened, and she didn't think it was me, so no one ever found out till this day, and still nobody knows, and I'm still ashamed. Okay, so now I know I have a citizen of Alabama as one of my subscribers. Okay, that's good to know. But I mean, I swear this is surely illegal. You took her hand while she was sleeping and you used it to sort of to diddle yourself. And I thought you mentioned the beanie because I thought you were gonna like try and like suffocate her with the beanie. I thought you were gonna like pull the beanie over her eyes so she couldn't see anything. But instead you put it over your face and ran out of her room. But like, bro, like how does she not realize it was you? Does she think that's some like random like robber with a burglar mask? Like instead of a real burglar mask, it's just a beanie over his head. Does she think that one of those people came into her room, grabbed her arm, started diddling themselves, and then just left, like just broke out the window? But honestly, I think you might need more than help. Like, you need more than help. You need to get out. Just get out. Just get out. The door's out of the way. Get out. So I have this crush at school I've been developing for a while now. He's unapproachable and way taller than me and friends with the popular dudes in school. He's not annoying though. And I told some of my friends and they told me to confess to him, but I freaking refused because I don't want to approach that guy. I'm shy. XDXDXDXXXX. So I made a bot of him on character AI, private, and sorta gooned to it. And I told one of my friends at school accidentally how I wanted my crush to bust on me, and he deadass told everyone he knew. I'm actually cooked. So because you're too shy to approach your crush, you decide to make an AI chatbot of him. Like, it doesn't even exist. It's a fake AI chatbot of your crush, and you goon to it. How do you goon to an AI chatbot? It's just text. How do you even type and goon to something? Unless you do some like super like sus roleplay or something with it. I'm gonna say because you're gooning to an AI chatbot, I think you might need a little bit of help. So usually I beat my mother up. Like what I would do is I would tackle her like WWE. Sometimes I would grab her and slam her onto the couch or bed, not to do anything else. Okay, that's good to know. And she has sensitive skin, and so I would hit her and she would be left with bruises, but then it would just heal up. And I would like to play with her hair, and bro's head is sensitive, but I didn't really care, to be honest, and she didn't punish me with anything else because she loves me very much. And one more thing, when I hug my mum, I make her spin but not crazy. Okay, this is this is probably one of the more calmer confessions. Although, yeah, domestic abuse, like domestic violence, your mom lets you beat her up. So I think honestly you are definitely some sort of like, you know, domestic abuser in the making. I really hope you don't end up beating your wife and kids in the future. So I'm just gonna say like maybe you should get some like therapy or help. Like you shouldn't really be beating up your mom. About a month ago I got really obsessed with this streamer YouTuber. He was not you, by the way. I would watch his streams every night and his YouTube videos religiously. I got so obsessed I started writing fan fiction about him and fantasizing about him. Like some of it was kind of messed up too. Like I'd be gooning and imagining him freaking me, also degrading me and even pissing on me. Yes, I have a piss kink. I was in love. Then I started to submit videos for him to react to. At first it was funny and the chat liked them. Then I sent a video he didn't really like. He may or may not have been drawn pregnant, so he banned me. It was a sad day for me, but I kept up. My obsession grew. I kept writing fan fiction, fantasizing, and even using AI chatbots of him. Soon after a while, he banned me from the Discord and I was heartbroken. After that, I just kind of forgot about him and don't really do that stuff anymore. I still use the AI chatbots of him, but still, I don't watch him as much anymore and got therapy. Yay. Okay, this is okay. You know what? Honestly, I feel like I can't really blame you for this. Like, I feel like the internet has evolved these days into like, you know, what is it called, like parasocial relationships, and I think it's neither your fault or like the YouTuber's fault or like YouTube's fault itself. I don't know whose fault it is, but yeah, this is, I mean, okay, it's a little bit questionable. Like, you'd be gooning to his AI chatbot and you would imagine him pissing on you. Okay, everyone has their own kinks. We're not gonna judge, but I think I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna say it's slightly questionable. Okay, I think you got therapy. Yeah, you said you got therapy, so yeah, you don't need help anymore. In my university, I still go there. I had a pretty girl roommate. She was always asleep when I came home from classes, so one night while she was asleep, I snuck into her room and sniffed her feet, and she didn't wake up. Now I am with another roommate. Okay. So, okay, she 100% woke up. So, and you almost got expelled from university just to sniff this woman's feet. You almost threw your entire career down the drain just to sniff your girl roommate's feet. Why would you even do that? Like, couldn't you just like politely ask her like, if you could like sniff her feet? And maybe she would say yes. But like, you know, if she said no, like you'd probably switch room anyways. But I mean, honestly, like, okay, to be completely honest, this sort of sounds like something I would do, except I wouldn't do it while she was like asleep. I feel like that is like, it seems a little bit illegal to sniff someone's feet while they're asleep. But I mean, since I'm like also the type of person to maybe ask my roommate whether I can sniff her feet, I'm gonna say this is calm. I think this is calm. I like killing snails for fun. I've killed over 1,000 snails this year so far and counting. Okay, bro, how are you even keeping track of this? I sometimes pick some up, put them all in a group and start stepping. Sometimes I put other snails nearby to watch their other snail brethren die. They are the only thing I kill for some reason, even though I wouldn't harm any other type of animal or bug. There's billions of them in my home alone, and whenever it rains, it genuinely becomes a problem. The crunch is so satisfying. Okay, I think this might be a serial killer in the making. Like that is like a kind of common trait between the serial killers. They just love killing small animals for fun. Like I don't care if it's a snail. A snail is still an animal. Like a snail still has feelings. And so if you're the type of person to kill these snails, this is 100% a serial killer in the making. I can't wait to see you on the news. No, I shouldn't be saying that. But I mean, you're counting 1,000 snails? Like, how are you counting it? Do you have like a note document on your iPhone where you just track every single snail you kill? Do you take a photo after you kill them as well? That is okay. That would be extremely concerning. And I mean, the fact that you put the other snails nearby so that they can watch their snail brother die, that very concerning. So I think 100% you need to get some help, like genuinely, before you accidentally kill someone. I've had a foot fetish since 5, and when I was at a hotel, okay, I've had a foot fetish since 5. Okay, I guarantee this person is like maybe like 10 years old or like 9 years old. No offense, of course, like he's probably in Georgia. I had to sleep with my sister, and then all night I was sniffing her feet and licking. I did it so long that she woke up. She told my parents and her friends called the cops and they came. They told my sister not to be friends with the girl and they didn't talk to me. I found out it was the cops because I was cleaning, and my dad said what happened to your sister is very serious, and I asked if it involved me, and he said a lot of it did. Then after we all cleaned, me and my sister went to the basement, and my mom was mad and my heart was beating fast. I knew I could not get out, so I lied and said I just touched her feet, and I was grounded for 2 years. Now I am 13 and I was 7. Wait, a lot of this information is very conflicting. Oh wait, no. So you had a foot fetish since you were 5, and this incident happened when you were 7. Okay, yeah, this is very yeah, definitely a little bit concerning. So you were in a hotel with your sister, and all night you were sniffing and licking her feet, bro. You could have done it to anyone else but your sister. That just makes it extremely weird. And your mom's friends called the cops on you? Okay, I mean, technically it is assault, honestly. So I think, yeah, you should probably get some help. Like, I think there is still time for you to change. Like, if you get some therapy, I'm sure they can maybe fix the foot fetish sort of thing. One time I saw my dad's Steam search history, so I was trying to get my dad to get the game Kinito Pet. I was a huge simp for Kinito at the time. Don't ask, what is Kinito Pet? Oh, okay. Wow, you're a simp for this? This little extraterrestrial looking. Okay, you know, okay, well, we're not gonna judge, but okay, okay. And I was trying to search up this other game demo I saw on YouTube. I don't remember what it was called, but it was more of a horror game. One of the first things I saw was a game with a bunch of big booby anime girls in a Playboy bunny outfits. I decided not to say anything about the sus things I saw on there, and now I wonder if he gooned to big booby anime girls while I was at school. Anyways, in the end, I got Kinito Pet in a different horror game because I couldn't find the demo. I haven't went on my dad's Steam after that. Okay, damn, that is definitely a way to find out that your dad is a D1 gooner. I mean, at least he's into the good stuff, big booby anime girls. I mean, at least he's not into like the weird stuff, like yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's a man of culture. I mean, I'm also into big booby anime girls. So honestly, yeah, this is pretty calm. Nothing really wrong with that, I don't think. I think maybe the only thing wrong with this is the fact that you're attracted to Kinito Pet. Like, this is the most clapped set of pixels I've ever seen in my entire life. So basically, I was smacking my ding-a-ling in my room and my stepmom walks in. Keep in mind, I was wearing headphones so I didn't see or hear her. And then she proceeds to, from what I think, get into my bed and ask, what are you doing? And I got so scared, but she said, calm down, sweetie. It's natural to want to explore your body more. Then she starts smiling and says, would you like some help? I genuinely thought I was in the video I was watching, so she does the frickety with me and we end up keeping it a secret. But low-key, it was the best night I ever had, but now I got a girlfriend and I got to keep it a secret from her. Okay, this is definitely, So like, I assume, like, so wait. So maybe you were watching the Corn Hub using, like, a VR headset. So now you get to experience it in, like, real life. You were watching some Corn movie on your VR headset of this dude freaking his stepmom. Then when you take off your VR headset, you realize you weren't even in VR to begin with. And your stepmom is, like, in the same bed as you. And you do the frickety with your stepmom. Okay, Jesus Christ. But I mean, at least your stepmom isn't biologically related to you. And so it's technically not, like, you know, it's not the Alabama type beat. Although it's definitely a little bit strange. I think it's slightly questionable. 2 years ago, I had parental control on my phone, so I couldn't watch stuff to goon to after midnight. So I found a way to bypass this by simply printing the pics I'd goon to before the parental control activates. Little did I know that anything my home printer prints will get sent to my dad's phone. He has an app connected to the printer. And once he found out, I got freaking cooked to death, and I tried saying it was a neighbor who hacked the printer, and of course he never believed me. I'm talking about some hardcore pics. Bro, what type of pics do you mean by hardcore pics? Like, do you mean like bondage and everything? Like hardcore bondage and all that stuff? But I mean, that's a good try trying to blame it on the neighbor who hacked the printer, bro. In what situation would a neighbor hack their next door neighbor's printer and just print out some goon pictures? Like, maybe you'd do that as a troll. Like actually no. Like I don't think I would ever do that. I think you'd be a horrible neighbor to just hack into your neighbor's printer and just start printing out like goon pictures. But I mean, is this guy living in like the 1900s? Like, why would you print out pictures to goon to? Why can't you just like save it on your phone? Because the thing is, you can only not goon after midnight. So that means like before midnight, can't you just like screenshot the stuff and just go on the Photos app? Why do you have to print it out into hard copy? So I think honestly, this is okay, it's only slightly questionable. I don't think you need help. Like it could be calm, honestly. Like I think anyone would do this as well. I was trying to find an old picture of me for a school project when I found a picture of a really pretty girl that looked about my age. Later that night, I could not help myself and goon to the picture of the girl. Every so then, I would take the picture out if I wanted to feel something or if I needed to go on. That was last year. About 2 months ago, me and my mum were looking through our family photo book and we saw the same girl. And I asked my mum who that was and she said that was my cousin, who was now 23. I did not realize how old that picture was of her until now. That picture is long gone and I have not gooned to any picture of a person since. Okay. Jesus. I mean, that is definitely one way to get traumatized. I mean, honestly, that would teach you a lesson. Like, never goon to a picture unless you know who that person is. Because last time I did this video, someone accidentally gooned to their mom. Like, imagine gooning to your mom accidentally without realizing. Like, do you know how many liters of homemade special sauce was released from that guy's dingling that gooned to his mom? So honestly, I think this is honestly, okay, it's slightly questionable, although like I really don't blame you. Like, you saw a photo of a hot girl, you started gooning. Okay, I think it's borderline calm. I think it might be a little bit calm, although it's definitely not calm to goon to your cousins. I accidentally killed someone. When I was a child, my friends always laughed and made jokes at me. And one day I got jumped and brutally diddled in the school hallway. My friends then reported to the principal that I tried to attack them. So I told the principal that they attacked me, but the principal refused my reasoning and gave me detentions for something I didn't do. After detention, I went back for revenge by going to that friend's house while he was away. Once them and the parents were away, I made a small hole in the front tires of their parents' car. It didn't really do anything unless the car was going to go very fast. A couple of days later, I saw on the news that a car had crashed into another car. The main cause, the tires blew, and it was also that friend's car. In the end, his dad died because of the accident. I only thought the tire would pop, but it caused a death to occur. I've never been caught. I mean, I don't know if I should be laughing at this or not. Like, this is serious. This, bro, okay, I'm gonna be honest. If this form wasn't anonymous and you gave your actual name and everything, I think legally, I would be forced to report you to the police, because this is serious. Like, you were literally involved in this crime. This is an actual crime. Like, this is literally a crime. And also, how are you gonna call him your friend when your friend jumps you and diddles you in the school hallway? That doesn't really sound like something a friend would do. But on the other hand, like, you're meant to be his friend as well, and so you make a small hole in their parents' tires, and because of that hole, they crash and the dad dies. That is that is definitely yeah. So I think honestly, it's definitely not calm, definitely not slightly questionable. I think you need a little bit more than help. I think what you need to do is you need to like stand up, get off your seat right now, get out of your house, hand yourself into the police and go straight to jail.